Hi everybody, excuse the very annoying loud air conditioner, but oh my god. What is this, like epic month? This is like today so far. I mean, you got the Legend of Korra, but move that on the side, over to the side. One Piece episode, epic. Now I watch Accel World again. Epic. Or just boss. Just watching two shows, two episodes, One Piece and then Accel World. Accel World. Holy shit. This episode was fucking insane. Insane. Just insane. It was just like, holy shit. Okay. So, let's get into it. Alright. Episode 11. This one was called Obligation. Okay. Obviously, this was a trap. Yeah. This was a trap set up by Yellow Radio. Part of the Yellow Legion. And he said, basically, that because one of his members of his Legion was attacked by Cherry Rook, who has the catastrophe armor, that Neko, you know, the Red King, Scarlet Rain, she has to pay the price for it. So she's going to attack her. Now, while this is going on, Yellow Radio, ooh, got a crick in my neck, obviously realizes that her name is as known as Black Lotus, aka Kuryuki Hime. Notices she's there and she says, "Oh, just watch the show." He tells her, "Enjoy the show. You know, just be quiet. Enjoy the show. This carnival we're gonna do." And she says, "No." She's like saying that's not my, what have you. And and he's saying, "Oh, you're a very rebellious girl." And then he throws a card onto the ground. Now, supposedly, also what was said in this episode, was that they can't log out. They can't, so they're fucked, pretty much. In order to log out, you have to go to a certain point. And Scarlet Rain's basically saying the only way to get to that, the only places to go to that point, this like point to get out, is Ikebukuro and the Sunny something. I forgot what it was specifically. The Sunny something. Now, what ends on happening is Yellow Radio throws this card on the ground. And what pops up is this video. This video of back past, where you have this meeting of Kuryuki Hime and the first Red King. They're talking to each other and so on and so forth. And that's when she did it. During this exchange, when they were trying to hug, she killed him. She killed the first Red King and chopped his head off. And then from that reaction, just seeing that, Kuryuki Hime went out. In other words, the emotional strain of seeing that made her pass out, and her avatar went flat on the ground, and she was knocked out, supposedly. And Haru's like, "Oh, senpai," his old bit, and basically, Red King's basically telling him, Scarlet Rain's telling him, she's telling him that if you don't have a sound mind and emotional state, you're doomed to fail. You're doomed to do that. So, because of that, now, they start attacking them. And at that point, Taku decides to try to stop them, to try to, what have you, get them the opportunity to get the fuck out of there. So he's like blocking shots, Taku, back and forth. There's a lot of action in this episode. Oh my god. This is like a free-for-all. Everyone was attacking everyone was attacking them, and blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. Eventually what happens is they get pinned down because of Yellow Radio. He does this illusion, makes this illusion happen. With the actual, what's happening is the entire crater they're in is spinning. Like this. And it only lasts for like 30 seconds or so. And while this is happening, Taku is blocking shots. And eventually Taku, he gets stabbed by this one guy named Sax, I believe. But he's able to counter Sax and just uses his thing, that spear he has, and spears him in the head and shoots him down. And that's when he goes all out and is trying to give, you know, Haru and Scarlet Rain an opportunity to get the hell out of there. That's when Scarlet Rain decides to do a counter attack. So she puts on that armor shit and like, oh my god, you know? And Haru decides to stick by her and help her as well. During the fight itself, when everyone's attacking, Haru's defending here, hitting there, beating up a bunch of people at once. It's like, oh my god. Until he can counter this one guy that hits him, but he's able to counter him and throw him over where he was. And that's when this one guy shows up behind Haru, and he grabs him by the leg when during this attack, Scarlet Rain can't use her missiles. They're not working because there's a jamming signal around her. So Haru tries to find it. He can't find it, and he gets tripped by this guy, and this guy's electrocuting him. You know, the whole bit. And that's when we have a supposed speech from Haru to Kuriyuki Hime. Now, she's unconscious, supposedly. It's like this, that one speech that it's like emotional, kind of. And he's saying, "Oh, you're not supposed to give up. You could just lay it down there, and that's it. Black Lotus." And he's a whole big speech about it. And then she finally wakes up. And she tells Haru that's not what it was. This relationship she had with the first Red King, it wasn't like a love, I love you, you love me thing. And she tells him, you are my first. So what ends up happening is he puts his hands in the ground and the electrician stops because in the ground nullifies electricity. So, and he grabs the guy's cord and just throws him. And that's when Kuriyuki Hime is ready to fight Black Lotus. And Yellow Radio goes on. Yellow Radio's going on and saying, "Oh, what about this and that and this and that?" And he's like, she has no comment about it. She says it doesn't matter because and she admits saying, the first time I met you, Yellow Radio, I hated your guts. She didn't really say that exactly, but she said I hated you the first time I met. So she goes in and she's attacking him. Then at that point, she tells Haru to help Red King defeat all the people and get the jamming signal and attack it. He's able to do that. After that happens, and he defeats the remaining that are there, and she destroys them, Red King. That's when things get really serious, and you got Kuriyuki Hime fighting Yellow Radio, and it's like level 9 burst linkers fighting each other, and Scarlet Rain's basically telling Haru, get a good glimpse of this, because you're not going to see this ever again. This is a rare opportunity to see level 9s fight each other. Moving right along, they're about to do their final moves, and she's ready. She's like, death, you know, whatever it was called, and then he's like, he's about to do it, gets stabbed in the back. He gets just knifed right in him. We look behind him, and we see this odd-looking creature, and the look on Scarlet Neko's face tells you who it is. Cherry Rook, who has the armor of catastrophe on. So next week's episode, we're pretty much going to get the final battle. This is going to be intense. Oh man, this guy is huge. This guy is. There's actually one scene where he's got Red King in his hand and he's crushing her, kind of. So the next week's final episode of Accel World is going to be awesome. 5 out of 5 this episode. A lot of action, a lot of shit going down. Oh my god. It's like One Piece was awesome, this was awesome, and now I gotta do Fate Zero. That's gonna be like, woo! My brain can't take it. Blown away. I've been blown away. So yeah. Tell me what you guys think of this episode. I think this show is very good. Accel World. I really love it. I really love this show. Oh man. And I'm glad. The real thing I'm glad about. The real thing I'm fucking awesomely glad about. In the summer, coming on another show based upon like gaming world. I'm probably gonna review it too, but that's later on. But this was a great episode. Thoughts, comments, you know the story. I don't think people who die in this space they're in, I don't think they actually die. So, yeah. But yeah, this should be interesting. I mean, it's kind of funny that we're going to have this fight next week, and it's going to be just awesome. Just fucking awesome, man. It's going to be spectacular. So yeah, this should be interesting. It should be interesting. Like I said, excuse me. Comments below, rate, comment, subscribe. You know the story. What did you guys think of Accel World? Here's a question, and people are probably going to say, no! Is Accel World just a little bit better than .hack? Or, I should say, is it a little bit more interesting than .hack? Because I think it is. I like the designs of what you look like in the game. I think it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. So, comments below, you know the story. This has been Bonkai922. Awesome episode of Accel World. Awesome episode of One Piece. Let's get this gravy. Let's continue. Let's keep this gravy train rolling. Fate Zero too. Yeah. I'll catch you guys later.